segment SUV sector. Additionally, it boasts high levels of performance, adventure characteristics, and exciting driving experience, living up to its authentic SUV promise. So ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very, very exciting evening today, and it's a pleasure to have all our friends from the media right here with us, and our friends from Mahindra and Mahindra India as well. Thank you very much for being here. Before I invite Cabinet Sir for the welcome note, I'd like to go ahead and request him, the Managing Director of Agni Group. Cabinet Sir, if you could kindly welcome and present the welcome bouquet to our guest, the head of Asia Pacific Automotive Division of Mahindra and Mahindra, Joydeep Moitra. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Tonight, Mahindra will also.
म अग्नि ग्रुपको तर्फबाट तपाईहरु सबै यहाँ आउने साथीहरुलाई वेलकम गर्न चाहन्छु र तपाईहरु यहाँ आइदिनु भएको म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। आज चाहिँ अग्निको लागि हाम्रो धेरै पछि एउटा भनौं न ग्लोबल अनवेलिङमा हामीले पार्ट लिन सकेका छौं। आजको अनवेलिङ चाहिँ साइमल्टेनियसली इन्डिया, साउथ अफ्रिका र नेपालमा एकैचोटी भइरहेछ। हामीले स्कोर्पियो करिब 20 वर्ष अगाडि नेपालमा लन्च गरेका थियौं। सुरुमा अलिकति गाह्रै थियो, तर हाम्रो फर्स्ट कन्स्टिट्युएन्सी इलेक्सनमा त्यहाँबाट युएनले गाडी किनेपछि अलि पपुलर हुन थाल्यो र अहिले नेपालको एभ्री कुनामा भनौं न लगभग स्कोर्पियोले मान्छेको लाइफ अलिकति बेटर बनाएको जस्तो लाग्छ। Also, I would like to welcome Mr. Joydeep Moitra, who's come specially all the way from India for this event. He is the head of Asia Pacific, and also Akansa Bansal. I would like to thank them for coming here for this event, and I would like to thank everybody who's been part of this. Thank you so much, the Mahindra team, the Agni team, the event management team. I would like to thank them all. तर सबभन्दा धेरै चाहिँ म यहाँ तपाईहरु साथीहरु सबैजना मिडियाको आइदिनु भएकोमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। Thank you so much.
Big thank you from all of us. But before I start my presentation, also like to welcome the management from Agni Incorporated, Cabinet, Susan, and of course Arjun, and all of the dealers of Agni who are here, the Agni team, and of course Mahindra Nepal team who are also all here. So thank you all for this coming in here. Of course, brand Mahindra has been in Nepal, I think now for 30 years. Yesterday, Susan and Agni were telling me about how they started the business with Agni, with Mahindra. At a point of time probably when I was also in college. So I can imagine, and this has been a very long journey. The brand needs not much introduction, but Mahindra has been evolving. So let me talk a little bit about how Mahindra has been evolving over the years. So yes, we have grown in this time frame to about 250,000 inside India. So truly Mahindra has evolved into a global organization connected by a common purpose of enabling our stakeholders, our business partners, and the world at large to rise. Of course, Mahindra is there in multiple industries. Some of our core industries, automotive and farm equipment, in which Agni is partners with us. IT, again, we are one of the top 5 in India. Financial services supported the growth of Mahindra businesses. And of course, at the bottom, there are the 4 new businesses, which we call as our growth gems, which we believe will become $1 billion businesses in the next 2 or 3 years time frame. And amongst them are real estate, logistics, aerospace, defense, and clean energy. Let me come over and talk a little bit more of the automotive business. This is who we all are from. Of course, the top 3 in SUVs, commercial vehicles, and of course electrics. You know about this. But what is more interesting is, in the last 1 year, we've again now become the #1 SUV brand in India by revenue. So despite tremendous competition from all of the big world majors, we are still #1 in SUVs. Pickups, of course, we have always been #1, and electric vehicles, we've been pioneers. And now with the partnership with Volkswagen, we are going to have a very exciting announcement in middle of August on the new range of electric vehicles from our stable. At this point of time, I would also like to mention that Mahindra has been present in about 50 countries. We have our own distribution subsidiaries in South Africa and Australia. We have our own offices in multiple markets such as Kenya, Egypt, of course Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and of course in Nepal, where I have my colleagues who have been working with all of our partners in Nepal, trying to understand the different ways of doing businesses and satisfying customers in Nepal. Moving on, more about the evolution of Mahindra. One of the things that we have been investing heavily over the last 4 or 5 years is R&D. So right from the design center in Detroit, which helps in ride handling and suspension for our vehicles, to the design center in Pininfarina, which gives us inputs on styling of vehicles, a new design center in UK, which is also going to give design inputs for the vehicles. We have been building up our facilities in MRV in Chennai with about 5,000 engineers, and I'm very, very proud to today mention that we have initiated the new MSPT, what we call as a Mahindra SUV Proving Track. This is the only one of its kind in India where you can test drive vehicles at 200 kilometers per hour. You have these vehicles, and the vehicles that we want to bring to Nepal have gone through this extensive testing in these kind of testing facilities. Another interesting factor for the MSPT is the 4-wheel drive track, which enables us to design the vehicles that meets our DNA. And that DNA and the purpose of the SUV brand, this is the new Mahindra SUV brand that we want to build about. A strong, sophisticated SUVs that inspire your spirit of exploration. This has been our DNA, but what we have now added more to this is about creating sophistication and increasing and amping up the authentic quotient. But more about that a little bit later. Now that we have talked about the SUV purpose, let me talk about how we have gone about branding this piece. So with this, we are proud to announce in Nepal the new identity for Mahindra SUV, the Twin Peak logo.
Mahindra is raging forward into the future with the SUVs of tomorrow. And we wanted a new logo to embody the same spirit. Our mark to put you out there, places you've never been before, at least not on 4 wheels. We wanted to stay true to our DNA of thrill, power, and that spirit of exploration, because that's what Mahindra is, a powerhouse of adventure. So we used elements of the uncharted terrain and the power to break through, and that's how we arrived at the Twin Peaks. The double M formation, we've tried to build on the future with the strong foundations of the past. And the X at the heart of it portrays Mahindra's inner desire to explore the impossible. The SUVs of tomorrow are coming, and this new identity is the new us.
So this is the new us, first of that steps, but watch out for this space because there's going to be more and more excitement. I think we are going to build upon this, but let me try and also explain. So what does this new range of SUVs and what does the Twin Peak enable for our customers? What is that experience? Let's talk a little bit more about it. Take it, please.
Here and here, because you've never been here. At least not on a set of four wheels. But you soon will explore the impossible. We're making those wheels for you. The SUVs of tomorrow are coming. And the M? Well, it's more than just a mark. It is the new us. Mahindra Sport Utility Vehicles. Explore the impossible.
But more about that a little bit later on, because when we talk about the product, at that point of time, we keep building on. But at this point of time, I'd like to invite my colleague Chaitanya, who heads our Nepal automotive business, and I want him to talk more about how he is going to increase the customer experience and how he is going to bring the Twin Peak logo alive in Nepal. Chaitanya, over to you.
Thank you, Jodip. So, spirit of exploration is not new for Nepal. We are blessed with 8 out of 10 peaks, highest peaks in the world. And with our largest network, Mahindra's largest network, we have taken you all to some of the uncharted places on 4 wheels. We are even there where roads have stopped taking care of you. This relation, this trust with our customers is built over the 3 decades, and we are extremely proud of this relations, and we want to grow with our more than 75,000 happy customers. We are always been the #1 choice when it comes to the Nepal. Going by the core of serving the need of customers, we are there in multiple industries, and we actually live this by our heart. Be it our pickups to tractors, from SUVs to trucks, generators to electric three-wheelers. We are there to serve all the needs of our Nepal's customers. Now we have seen that Mahindra is getting future ready. We are also upgrading ourselves to all new avatar. With the new range of SUVs, with the new identity which are going to come to Nepal, we are also upgrading ourselves, our customer service, and you will see what it looks like. To see this future of SUV which is going to come in coming months. I again like to welcome Joydeep to take us to the most awaited part of today's evening. Joydeep, over to you.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Actually, he's so excited about bringing the new range of SUVs. I could sense him almost choking, but that's a lot of work, and that's a very serious promise that we are making to our customers, that we are going to step up, even not just in terms of product, but also in terms of the next level of customer experience. Well, we have been waiting for a long time. We have been talking, we have spoken about the new logo. We have said that this is for the new range of SUVs, but let's start with the one that's one of the most iconic one of them all, the Scorpio, right? This is one of the most loved SUVs in Nepal. And needless to say, I think Nepal, probably after India, this is the biggest export market for Scorpio outside India. And when I see the terrains of Nepal, I can understand that this vehicle probably was made for Nepal and the DNA was there for Nepal. So what can now, when we say that, okay, we have now come up with a new logo and we want to bring out the SUVs of tomorrow, how do we amp it up? What can we offer that can really take brand Mahindra to the next generation? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to today present to you simultaneously with India and South Africa. The launches are going on simultaneously as we speak, introducing the new Scorpio-N. Okay, so we are all very, very excited, but I'll call for that when we get to it. Let me just, because our media is here, let me share a little bit of the specs on this piece. So what is N? You must be wondering, so what is N? So N is the power of N, and for those of you who have done a little bit of math in high school, you all know about the power of N. So today, the new Scorpio will raise the game, be it authenticity, design, performance, comfort, technology, and safety. And we will talk here on each and every one of them. You will see that this product, designed and developed in the USA, in Pininfarina, in UK, in Marghi, and tested exclusively around the world, has raised the game by the power of N. So authenticity. This is the true blue SUV that is core to our DNA. We have retained the DNA, we live to this. But what we have done is now we have amped up on things like four-wheel drive. So this is a branded four-wheel drive experience for the customer where he has the power of choice, of powering, of selecting the response of the vehicle for mud, for snow, for gravel, for sand. So there are different terrain response systems in the vehicle, and this will allow the vehicle to behave very specific to the conditions and make the user experience so much better. Let me talk about design. So the design, what we have tried to do is keep the core DNA of the vehicle. We have not let off of the iconic design of Scorpio, but what we have done is we have gone and built on the imposing stance. So the stance has gone up, the bonnet has gone longer, and you can still see with the upright screen, we have brought in a beautiful sense of proportion on the vehicle, and especially on the interiors, and you will get a chance to see this in flesh and blood soon. The minute you enter the cabin, you can see rich coffee black leatherette upholstery, showcasing premiumness and giving the customer that feel of command position with premium. Performance. Again, time to amp up the game. So we are happy to introduce in Nepal two powertrains, a gasoline and a petrol. The gasoline with a 200 horsepower, diesel with gasoline and diesel, gasoline with 200 HP, diesel with 170 HP, up from the current 140, and going almost up to 370 and 400 on an automatic. And again, for the first time, we are happy to bring in Nepal a full range with both manual and automatic. So you will have the full range introduced into Nepal, and this will be the latest generation of engines and transmissions with best-in-class refinement. Comfort. So you would be wondering that this is a true blue SUV, but what about ride comfort? Does it really live up to the best-in-class in terms of ride? And this is where we have brought in a Pentalink suspension that gives and minimizes the roll and gives customers a fabulous sense of settled drive. And especially when you sit behind the wheels, you get this commanding position and you get the sense of vehicle which is settled even when you're driving at very high speed, cornering at high speed. This gives you sense of comfort. And along with that, best-in-class leg room, headroom, shoulder room. So you get the best of all the worlds. Technology, again, we have amped up technology both in terms of surround sounds, 12-inch speakers, multi-vision cameras, dual-tone FATCs, integrated dual cameras and sensors. Wireless charging makes an entry for the first time, and a very, very interesting infotainment. So again, on tech, this vehicle has amped up. Lastly, on safety, Mahindra has been investing massively in safety. We are today the safest vehicles. We produce the safest vehicles in India. The XUV 300 has a 5-star. Its bigger sibling also has a 5-star GN cap. And with the kind of features that we have brought in this product with 6 airbags, very, very powerful structural safety, we believe this is again another candidate for a full 5-star GN cap. In addition, we are bringing in for the first time very interesting features like driver drowsiness detection, Tiretronics, that will make and enhance safety for the customers. So finally, we are very, very pleased, and we take pride today to present to Nepal along with India, simultaneously, as I said, for the first time, Scorpio-N. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's have a look at the Scorpio-N that will happen.
Performance, comfort, technology, safety, all in one.